This is a series of opinion video, less of a wrap up and more of a catch up because even though I got two books here, I still got one more left in The Witcher. I hope I will not be eating my words when I say I'm pretty confident that I'll be knocking out the new novel before the end of the month, and I'm hoping there'll be a video in which I'll give my final opinion on whether it's worth it. I think it's going to be, even if this book ended up breaking my heart. As always, I'm going to try and be spoiler free, but I'm pretty far into the series, so expect spoilage. Especially because this is a fun fantasy but complicated time traveling style novel, so the books jump back and forth in the narrative. And that's what we get with these two. Book 5, or if you're counting the short stories, book 7 is going to be, sadly, the end of the saga that has been presented all this time, what's been going on with Geralt, Yennefer, and Ciri. What I like about this is that it incorporates fantastical elements that we know from our own world. It's going to start off with the knight coming across what he thinks is the Lady of the Lake, but is really our gal Ciri. Like the other stories, she at this point is going to be narrating what's been going on, and we're catching up on all those details. This overall is a story about destiny, about family, and it's one of those novels that hints or at least gives you an idea of how it's going to end. And yet I was still brokenhearted, especially because I want to point out that this novel has an intimate scene, probably the only ones I have ever bookmarked. And that's because if you think Ludacris is a poet and you're into libraries, then you know. What's your fantasy? Well, it's covered in this one. I definitely did get a kick out of that, obviously, because I notated it. I was still, like I said, brokenhearted by the end, even if Ciri was trying to give us hope with how she ended things. All that being said, it took me a moment because what are they going to do? If this is the ending of that storyline, then what is the next book going to be about? Seasons of Storms is jumping back. And yes, while most of their story was already covered in all the books before that, you just can't let the legend of Geralt die. What I liked about this is that it jumps back far enough into the story that it adds some little details. It brings up some of the characters that we see in this and all the other books. And we also get a moment of Geralt in jail and how he deals with that. Was this the dose of The Witcher that I needed? Yes. Did it take away the bitterness of knowing that this main storyline has ended? Not really. But I'm obviously not completely turned off because I'm going to continue with that last novel, and I'm going to hope that this author keeps on giving us more scenes from this universe because it is unique, it is fun, and I can't tell, do I want to be the Witcher or do I want to be with the Witcher?